And he became the vice president.
Paul has it on him.
For 40 years, and he had
One.
Con Air isn't owned by the city, and he's the one, and the son that developed the Babel. The owner of Con Air died. They sold the company to an investor. And a lot of the person my friend left and took his son with him, who developed all the barber stuff for.
That Snoop Dogg banging.
So you're gonna see except we've taken the technology to so you should try some occasionally.
I will. I think I'm gonna get
some similarities.
Yeah, I will. I think one of the boys are gonna get it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I was telling them I'm Team Babylon. I can't buy Stylecraft. What do I look like? I don't like Stylecraft, bro. They die too easy, overheats.
That was the one that had the thing, the
cheesy clipper.
Yeah.
It has it dies too fast. Like Millie got the sabers for his birthday. The saber set, bro, they die. He did 3 haircuts. It's dead.
Okay, you know what I got? I got a brand new Chinese machine. It's called Double Mark.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Bro, that one is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent it?
I've sent them to you, yeah. Fidel
Bro,
Pro.
I've
the
never.
Dominican, right?
That thing has never died on me
Dominican.
since it started.
I know. I use that every day. I bring my Babylon set to every house call I do. I'm zooming through house calls. W Mark is what I land on. It's always there, reliable. Yo, he rates the cup. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was fresh. I didn't get to see it in action, but
you're gonna see him in action with me. 6 p.m.
Oh yeah, what you got?
Where?
You let it go for that?
You know me, I was gonna haircut every day. I told him, yo, he's gonna tweet it.
What time was your event?
6. When'd you get here?
Right now.
Just
I didn't even step in yet.
No way. Yeah. Oh yeah, go in, bro. It's actually lit. Yo, there's actually so many vendors. So many vendors.
This one or the other location?
I think this one has more space. I think the other one is just nice because it's just the building. Like when you walk in, they're just there. But I like this one a lot more because the stage is there. Like the stage, so the stage for education up there, and they do the stage for competition over there.
Okay.
All the vendors are inside, and they put Babylon in the middle. The hub of Babylon is in the middle. But yeah, it's sick. And there's a lot of barbers doing display cuts. There's a lot of sick stuff going on.
This is why here in Toronto, the barber event.
Where's your booth?
See what's going on. I don't got a booth.
No Annie this year?
No Annie, no.
He's going home, huh?
Yeah. Let me walk around and see what's up.
Yeah, go on, stay in a bit.
Go through the crowds.
Take it back. Where's Andis?
We're at 9.
Is it the wall Andis?
No, it's become different things.
Ah, okay.
You good?
Yeah, man. Mr. H-Town. No. What you guys doing? You learning something?
Yeah. Wait. You know what you're
I need an outline.
How you doing? Pleasure, man. Nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you. Any question? Hey, I'm telling them, hey, they're not doing business, bro. They're going to get it crazy.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Here, I'll just go ahead and answer.
Oh, everything good? Yeah?
So the reason I put this on is to take away bumps and everything else. So you don't have no kind of grips and everything here, so it can be clear on the camera. That's the volume on my phone.
Yeah, why not?
Big one. There's a W mark right there.
That's you.
Yeah. That's my boy right there. Come back around. We're out here in Toronto at the Barber Battle. Toronto, Ontario. Stand up. See if we can find the goods. What else we got out here?
Yeah, bro. So many different products. Everything is
Got the stage over here.
You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? You want some time? No, I don't care. No. See? Throw some hats, bro. I'm not. Throw some hats. Who wants that? You guys want that? You want this over here? You want a shaver? Mama, you want a shaver? Come on. Throw some stuff away. Come on. Let's go. We got some stuff for you guys. Y'all gotta make some noise. I'm not giving away this. I'm not giving this away. I'm not giving this away if you guys don't make some noise, man. I'm not giving this away. You want this? You want this? How about this side? No.
Yeah, we got the design with the braids. What else is going on over here? Oh, fancy pants. Got the little babyless stage. The elite barber chairs. Let's get it. Who's taking home the championship belt? Oh boy. Looking nice. This is the main stage right here. They spell Phresh wrong though. Look at that, stadium seating. The belt is up there, but we got nobody to compete against it.
See any products catching your eye? No? Oh, wow.
Did you see anything?
Nice guy.
When you see something,
Take a hard look, man.
There'll be no more time. You guys cannot touch the back headboard at all. You can't even touch it. You can't lift off the grip. So make sure you do it now. Alright? You can't touch this part. Alright? This is your thing. Go over the front. You're not going to be very fast. Alright? Look at that. 50 seconds, sir.
we got the main stage for all the people competing in the competition.
All right? Now, seconds down. We got 20 seconds left. 20 seconds down, 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 20 seconds.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the main stage and see See what these contestants did with their hair. Let's see if we can find some. Where's the main axe at?
We're out.
These guys are coming in heavy.
What have you got so far?
King's chair.
Come on, you've been busy now. How's the work though?
Where are the contestants?
Check it out, yo. Design battle. If you want to design, here's design first time. 215. 215.
I'm looking for the models, we can't find them. We're setting up for another round right now. Competed against that guy, my first the Asian guy with the braids.
Okay.
He's like a main representative for Daedalus. I feel like I got robbed. I brought my brother. My brother had a full head of hair.
Yeah.
And it was like the fastest cut. And I did a full haircut. Everything. This guy came. He already had a point, like a number 1 on top, and it was a skin fade. It took him like 2 seconds. I'm like, bro, I didn't know that was how the contest goes. I thought you had to do a full cut.
At least you know now. Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I got robbed. Before the event started, his haircut was already done.
Right.
You should see the footage of me starting in my cut and his cut. The guy representing him is Atlanta. His name is Hawk. He was working with Big Blends. Big Blends was working with no. Other guy. The guy with the white hat. This guy got on a whole barber match. It's about to go on. Oh yeah. It's all about the theatrics at this point. Somebody's sweaty. He's got to cool him down. This place is not that hot, but a little bit. How you feel? Hoop you hoop. Something's about to go down. I don't know which contest this is.
We get
Like that, she just can't. Huh?
Where's she?
That's right there.
Want to introduce us?
Let's go. Let's go.
Tomorrow?
I didn't know. I get you got this.
brother, are you doing any show or something? He said, no, I don't like being recorded.
Windows down. You okay? Can I hear you speak?
Some Ottawa natives.
There's a way you do that too.
It just made it look like a superstar. It just made it look like a superstar. Seeing up close, you know, I see better in good
Oh, I
light.
saw her like 3 times walking around.
Same spine, same. I think it's like, wow, it's hard to hobby. What, 5 years? 5 years.
Oh, sorry. You should be coming up.
Oh yeah? You should be coming. Okay, nice.
They won the best machine of for this year.
What is it?
Coco.
You know the guy behind me? He's the most popular YouTuber in the barber game.
Oh,
Nice.
The guy right behind me.
the one with the big beard? Thick
No,
beard?
the glasses.
America?
Number one follower. He's got like 4 or 5 million.
Oh, brother. Wow. Wanna get a pic real quick?
Everybody's got to get a pic. Oh, I got a picture.
You wanna live with him? Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
I feel like hopping on that stage and just dropping some bars, dog. Like just dropping some bars up here.
I think she has somebody coming, like a person.
That's looking fresh, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You did it or your boy?
Myself.
Okay.
Well, I learned on myself, so everything I did, bro, I just started doing it myself.
Why did you do your first haircut on yourself?
Because I was scared to fuck somebody else, so I'd rather mess myself up. So right after her, yes, and then from there I just started, practicing on myself, bro.
Yo, did you ever get a haircut from a barber and then you're like, ah, shit, I can do this much better myself?
we moved to the States when we were like 4, and then my dad was cutting our hair for a long time. And then my dad moved like when I was 9 years old, so I didn't have a barber. So I was like, you know what, okay, I'll cut my own hair. And then from there, I just started learning, bro.
How old were you?
9 years old.
9.
My first victim was 12.
I was 11. First victim.
Yeah, my first victim was 12.
You sound like me, bro.
Oh, first victim was horrible. Then my little cousin, I passed him off like this.
I asked for the MC Hammer. Boy, jacked me up.
He gave you a hand, right? Look, you can see. I did already though. We already took some pictures.
Oh, okay.
We're good, bro.
I want to see that.
But Chris, I like this machine, huh?
Who's selling it, huh?
This is your brand? No. The Coco?
Everybody think about it.
Yeah, everybody think about it. Take it.
That's my old manager, and then the owner not here. He's in another show right now. They're from Cleveland. So, shit. I was one of the first barbers they signed 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years.
He said that when he get barbers, he does 6 months training for them. And in this 6 months, they have to learn and they have to collect customers. If they don't collect 10 customers. 10 customers. If they don't, they're out.
Like customers that keep coming back, kind of customers?
Yeah.
He charges 100, and then he's like, walking is $40.
Where does he live?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So that 100 is USD. $100 USD.
I've seen a lot of exchanges.
So everybody knows my boy?
Who's that? Oh, right there.
You
Yeah.
never saw his videos? 360 GZ.
No. But I know I'm in at least 10 photos with him.
Yeah.
They're doing it right here, yeah.
Sure. This guy's #1 content in the world. I like what he does. He does a lot of funny stuff, educational stuff. He has a good channel. And my boy Fox in the back.
John Phresh. John. He lives in Toronto now?
No.
Oh, okay, he came from Ottawa. Okay.
How you know the style?
So he's a full-fledged barber now. I remember the beginning stages.
Good.
She was feeling me. Yeah, cut off.
Good?
That's my OG.
Oh, yeah?
This is Chris.
Which model?
Yeah. He started me, LA, flipper, drippy. You can keep going. Who else?
This is one of your teachers too right here?
I used to glaze them, but not. I can't. Not anymore.
CJ, nice to meet you.
Chris.
Wally with the clips. That's what we call him.
Wally with the clips?
Yeah. My name
Nice
is-
like that?
Sorry?
Nice like that?
I try to be, bro. Yeah. I try to be. But, yeah, we used to all work in the same shop. And, I got a suite now, so I'm myself.
A sweet? Oh, they do that in Ottawa?
Yeah. Well,
Where's it
not,
at?
not a lot. Not a lot, but I was at LA shop.
Just your own personal little space, huh?
Yeah.
Where's that at? Downtown?
Yeah, downtown in the market.
Sick. So you must have a nice clientele base then.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, like I started posting on social media, and I started doing that like in the clientele like because it's all visibility, right?
Yeah.
Like you can be the best barber in the world, but if nobody knows that you can cut,
Exactly.
you know.
That's a great idea.
Where's the part?
So you're still live, right?
Yeah.
Shit. You gotta get 360 Junior. You Yeah, but yo, I was telling the guys, you paved the way for a lot of barbershops in Ottawa. And a lot of barbers.
I appreciate you, bro.
You gotta give flowers where flowers are due.
A lot of dudes did come through Phresh for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, his girl's bad. I know he's tweaking today.
No, but
That's the girl that posted the videos with her ass
Oh.
on the client, basically. She be doing those videos.
Okay. You need one of those in your shop?
Huh? No, I'm waiting for one of those.
You gotta create one. You gotta build one.
I know.
build a bitch, huh?
You
You gotta build it.
Yeah. But you see where it came from.
Yeah, for sure.
You can see now, right?
What?
You can see where it came from. The way we are.
No, he's different. He's a different. You know, he's different. I don't know if he was like this when he was in the show. Yeah.
He was like that.
People don't change.
Man, Hot 987. That all started there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Mom walk in. A mom walk in, everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what they used to say to me? When a girl would bring her son or whatever, they would say to me, "You don't know what to do with that. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with that. You're too young. What do you be doing with them bitches? Holding hands? They used to troll me hard.
Figured it out though?
I figured it out.
Figured it out.
I figured it out.
That's what we be doing in Lamar and shit.
That's what we be doing in Lamar. Now we do that to the young bucks. You know what we tell them all the time? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah. That's
Wow, when you're sweeping?
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy,
Don't
bro.
be shy, bro. The broom don't bite. The broom don't bite. Man, all of that started with him.
Some people get shy with the broomstick, man.
No, you can't.
It's the new age barbershop shit.
One guy came to get a job. He's like, listen, I don't cut kids and I don't sweep. I said, there's the door. I don't even want to say what it is. He was a nice barber. No, he's a nice barber, and I knew him. But he came in, he's like, yeah, I don't sweep and I don't do kids.
Nah, I cut kids.
I said, bro, I don't need you here, man. He was nice.
My problem now is I can't take walk-ins. That's my problem now. I can't take walk-ins like that. But I want to though. It's not like that every day, but there's on the the days where it's
They'll know for the future.
and the price too. The price be scaring them.
What you charging now?
I charge 45 for a haircut, and no, I charge 55 for a haircut and 65 haircut and beard. Yeah. But honestly,
What about parking in your area, bro? Parking is shit, huh?
no, we have a parking lot right next, but you gotta pay. It's not like free. Like it sucks because clients come, they gotta pay for parking. That's the one thing I hate the most about the shop, the parking.
All right, let's keep walking. Enough of that, right?
Yes, side. And the September. There is one. Take our card. And then the side too.
Yeah, I think the brand is
Yeah.
I love that cigarette work. Got the scissor game.
What do you rate the handle?
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
You just tell.
By the handle?
Not so much for the fade game, but for the scissor game.
Yeah.
You can tell my boy's killing it.
He just pulled out something different. What did he pull out?
Is that a razor? I don't know. I can't see.
tell.
That's a razor.
Oh, okay. Never seen one like that.
They call it feathering.
It looks like a pen. Yeah.
You guys that do a lot of like scissor work, they don't like the harsh, straight line on the back, so they use that to kind of just
Round it out.
blend it in a little bit, so it doesn't more natural look you're looking for.
Yeah.
He's not gonna blend. He's not gonna blend that.
Got back, no.
No, he's scissor man.
Yeah.
You're gonna see him do it like.
Look at that technique.
A lot of enhancements. Everybody got their own chair on here.
After doing multiple classes in Canada, what I've realized is the culture here is pretty different than in the States. The laws are a little bit different, the taxes are a little bit different, and the way that you guys do your business models are a little bit different. But it's not too far off. And what it reminds me of what Tampa, Florida was like probably 15 years ago. Not to say that you guys are behind or anything like that. It's just different. But we figured out it's just about the many trials and tribulations that this market is in Tampa. And today we have 12 locations.
Nice spot.
Yes. If any of you guys know me, you know that I have a lot of things going on at once. And so opening barbershops, it's kind of like the side hustle, right? So if I can do this, I know it's possible in any market. Okay.
I'm still loving these clippers. Number one clipper I ever used. Everything else got bent. Just to let you know. No problem.
So maybe what we did was we
see what we got over there.
Something better than this.
They turned it into a really nice kit.
The whole.
Yeah. And also to give this man his flowers, because even for me to have the passion behind this industry, I had a finance department that was following this as
Oh.
Yeah.
That's dope. Water?
Yeah.
What's this?
Easy shaver. That's for, I don't know, wherever the plug is.
Oh, okay. Oh, the plugs.
Yeah, the plugs. That's like Europe. That's.
I say. Everybody wants to be a chief, but nobody wants to be a member.
How much is the package?
400.
Not bad.
Yeah. And the case is really nice too.
That's how we're able to identify this location right here.
Also comes with a case, it comes with everything.
I would recommend this for like a barber just starting off. You know?
Exactly. Or also like that right there.
But I was fully convicted by it because I just moved to this area not too long ago.
But this one, one level down from this?
Yeah, I mean the power is the same, but it is like complete like with the blow dryer and everything.
So this has everything for like a beginner kind of barber.
Exactly. I mean this one too, right? Like someone just starting out, this is perfect. So we normally sell that for 150. For the show, it's 120. So anyone starting out, like it's amazing. A lot of barbers start out with that, and then they upgrade to like these guys, right?
You had these already? This year?
Yeah, they're okay. They're decent.
Now, this particular location was a little
I really like that package. I don't need everything here because I have everything, but I would definitely recommend this for like a starting. Is that how much you sell it for in your store too, or just for here?
No, we're going to normally sell it at 400, but we only brought 6 right now, so we got very limited quantity. We're going to start bringing some more after. But we've already sold 3. We got 3 left. But again, like we'll ship it out to you.
I don't care if you're just a barber and not even a shop owner. All of this is going to be relative to you. Okay. So one of the things that I liked about this location is that it was high reward.
I almost didn't make it because there's a special event that happens in Ottawa every year.
Yeah.
It's today.
No way.
And I missed it to come here.
Was going to be
Yeah, so
And we're going to be out there again in July at some point. I'm not sure what date yet.
there's another event in Toronto?
No, I'm saying
in Ottawa.
we're going to be in Ottawa in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a kid that actually probably buy this from you.
Okay.
Just try to bring a few when you
Want
come.
to take a photo?
Yeah.
So if I saw a plaza,
Take a photo.
Yeah, send it to me. And, yeah, let me know.
He's 14 years old. He's starting off. He wants new stuff.
Yeah.
And I told him about this, but he can't come down here. And so when he comes, I'll let him know.
But the reward will be possibly the same thing. Make sense? So the result of that 8 months later is that we're at 100% capacity. Our barbers are making money. Over 500 5-star Google reviews. The #1 rated shop in the area. This is by reviews and from awards that we got. And what I believe that came from was leadership. Was this guy? Okay. So I say that to go into a mindset shift for a lot of people. What I see with a lot of shop owners, or even barbers who are looking into becoming shop owners, or barbers who are struggling with the leadership in their barbershop, it's typically because they feel they're getting micromanaged. You guys are here at the biggest barber expo in Toronto and in Canada, right? Obviously, you guys are willing to invest in yourselves. We like to attract barbers like you guys because I don't need to micromanage y'all. You guys obviously have goals and ambitions, regardless if they're in line with mine or not. You have them. That's why you're here, to grow. So I don't need to micromanage. And so
we're here to grow.
About Nate and why he's seen so much success with his barbershop.
Absolutely right.
Is he knows how to mentor, not manage. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, absolutely. How many barbershop owners do we have in here? Barbershop owners? See, how many barbers work at a barbershop that you don't own? See, here's the thing. You have to inspect what you inspect, owners. Meaning this, you can't expect your barbers to do something that you haven't been willing to do yourself. All right, that's first. Barbers that don't own their barbershop, right, and you work at a barbershop, be the leader that you seek to have, or be the leader that you hope to be one day. Meaning this, if the bathroom's dirty, you see pee on the seat. This is a place of business. I don't care if it's your pee or not. Put the glove on. Wipe it up. If you know the trash needs to be taken out, don't wait for the next person to see. I was doing all these activities not to toot my own horn, But little did I know, God was preparing me for leadership like pouring the small things. Alright? So you can start preparing yourself right now to become the leader that you either seek to have or seek to become.
Decades is crazy.
If you're on it right now, don't micromanage. And we're gonna get into these points, meaning this. You can't expect everybody to be an A1.
So different.
Alright, we take A's, we take B's, we take C's, we stay away from D's and F's. What do I mean by that? We can graduate somebody from a C barber to an A barber. And I'm not talking about haircut wise. I'm talking about professionalism, how to carry themselves. Alright, because we often forget that we're in a customer service based business, but it always comes down to the leadership part. Alright? So micromanage. I don't text everybody every day.
I want to tell you about the basketball
More
tournament.
importantly, I don't speak at people. I don't speak at my barber. I speak to my barber. Meaning this, hey man, I don't think you should be doing it like that.
Good call. You should have rocked one, man.
Hey, listen, if I were you in that situation, I probably would have handled it like this. Which one is more receiving? First or second? Second one all day. Right? So this is small things. What else here? And rising tide rises, I love this, right? The rising tide raises all ships. If we paddle together, we rise together. Don't let that go over your head. Alright? People want to be a part of a team. Especially nowadays. Think about all social media. They're adding subscriptions, they're adding memberships, communities. Why? Because things happen better in community. You want to go fast? Go by yourself. You want to go far? Go with a team.
Cool. Let me ask you guys, how many
If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a team. Reach.
1, 2, just a few. Perfect. I want to show you guys some of the ways that we were able to disrupt in Tampa Bay, where it was mostly commission, and we did booth rent. Now, I'm going to leave with this as a shop owner. I told you guys, this is my side hustle. In order to continue to grow, you have to be able to keep your barbers, okay? We have 105 barbers that pay us on average about $330, $340 a week, 51 weeks. Do the math on that. That's a lot of money. And we've done it for over a decade strong. If you look up the stats here in Canada, the average commission barbershop has about 4 barbers on average concurrently. And I'm talking about, these are barbershops with 6 chairs, 7 chairs, and they can't fill their shops, and they own one location for a decade. I mean, that's cool and all, but what's the point if you can't see success in it and you can't maintain it and scale it, right? Why does that happen? Because barbers do math, okay? If I'm doing $200,000 in service revenues and you're taking 50%, I'm probably gonna have to leave in order to grow, right? And if I wanna keep ambitious barbers, how am I gonna keep them when ambitious barbers wanna grow? We keep our ambitious barbers, so much so that we have multiple YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. We have educators, guys that work with brands, but even the guys who aren't well known on social media, I would say about 9 out of 10 of our barbers probably make 6 figures or better. And if you think about that in Canadian, that's like $150 a year or better, okay? So how can this happen if you're constantly losing your barbers? All right, so this is what we do that really changed the game for us. Everybody likes to say, if you're just starting out, do commission. If you get established, do booth rent. We do a ramp up, okay? Because our whole thing is a rising tide raises all ships, right? So what we'll do is maybe the first 2 weeks, 4 weeks, you got free booth rent. Because we want to make sure you're making money, okay? We offer housing for people who are relocating. That sounds crazy, right? But when you become a barber and you want to, let's say, retire one day, should you just be spending all the money you make? No, you should be investing. You can invest in stocks and real estate, all that good stuff, right? So I invested in real estate for the past decade when I was behind the chair. I happen to have had an Airbnb, and it just made sense. Man, we can just provide housing, we'll expense it to the business, and now our barbers can get here, free booth rent, free housing. You know why we do that? Because we're willing to bet that we can get them busy fast enough that we don't lose money. We make a lot of money from it. The real problem is most barbers are scared of that rent, of that fixed expense, so they go with commission. Does that sound about right? It's a little bit scary. But if you don't have that fear and you can get with a well-established brand, that's a great formula for success. So when we finally ramp them up, we only do it as they grow, okay? And one of the things that we established, and Nate, you were a big proponent of this, was getting our barbers, when they first get started, they're getting free rent, they're getting free booth rent to work 6 days. Can you talk about how working 6 days when you're first getting established? Because remember, all the barbers that started at his shop had zero clientele. Okay, how did that affect your business?
I think what really worked for us was that I was thinking long term. As a business owner, we think very short term, meaning that how can I get booth rent from this person right now, or as soon as possible? Yes or yes. Obviously, we're in the business that we want to make money, right? But we have a motto: scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Help me, help you, help us. Now, what do I mean by that? The rent ramp up. I know it's a little scary. What do you mean 2 to 4 weeks free? Well, I already fixed that into my budget when I thought about my barbershop. As a business owner, you have to have what they call reserves. So for me, I already had it on reserves that in order for us to scale up we needed to, I needed to cover some of the rent maybe for the first month or 2 months. And that can all be pre-negotiated in the lease deal.
Not to cut you off, but like, are you saying you're gonna have these reserves stacked, or can you negotiate with the landlord, Polo, can you negotiate with the landlord to give you a ramp up? Hey, I need 6 months free rent. Oh, all of a sudden we're passing those savings on to the barber. Now we got 6 months to get them busy, right?
So it's funny you say that because, you know, bless, I'm going to say this for later, but just in 8 months for this first one up, I just got the lease to my second barbershop on Friday that I'll be signing for my next shop. So what I learned the difference from this shop to the second one is this. I got 4 months of rent free to start off my lease. Pre-negotiated in the lease, 4 months. Why? I'm starting in a brand new area. I need some time for my guys to make money. So I already predetermined that. So it goes right back to the 2 to 4 weeks of free rent when it comes to starting a new barber. If they're from a new city, if they're fresh out of school, they need time to start building up. So I'll give you 2 weeks free, but here's what I'm asking you though. Remember, scratch my back, scratch your back, right? I need you here 6 days a week. And now, we're 1099 workers. You can't require them to work 6 days a week, but I'm already predetermining this in the interview. So barbershop owners, raise your hands one more time. How many of you guys actually conduct an application and be an interview? See, this is something we evolved with as we started growing in shops and started growing in numbers, and people look at us, how can you manage 100 barbers? We don't. We set our expectations very clear from the very beginning. So if we're going to give you these 2 weeks free, I need you here 6 days a week. And if that's not too cool, maybe we can revisit your application later. But for the shop that we're looking for right now, this is what we're looking for. They agree to it, and here's the magic behind this. They work 6 days a week. They get to see for themselves what happens when you devote yourself to the barbershop. Because yes or yes, in the beginning of your career, you should be establishing a very solid foundation. See, I read the good book, The Basics They Trusted Before Leaving Earth. And he says build your foundation on solid ground. I feel the same way about your business. Did you build it on solid ground? Meaning, did you ever give yourself a shot at the shop to actually build your clientele? So I ask for 6 days a week so they can see the reward of working 6 days a week. Because after they get on full booth rent, do as you may. You want to take 2 days off? That's on you. Because I'm already replacing you with someone new, right? As long as it's not detrimental to the business. Everybody follow me so far? Right? So it just makes sense. So once they're able to see what they make every 6 days, working 6 days a week, if they take more than 2 days off, and they see the number drop off, guess what? They can always revert back to the numbers for working 6 days a week. It's almost like putting the mirror in front of their face. So that's how we're able to help me, help you, help us.
So now that we have that established, we negotiated the free rent from the landlord. We passed those savings on to the barbers so we can fill the shop as quickly as possible. But the barbers aren't scared because we got their back. We got each other's back. We figured it out before we even started the barbershop. Okay? Now the clock has started. We gotta market our asses off so that we can get our barbers as busy as fast as possible so they can start paying rent, right? And what tends to happen with our system is in the first month they're paying full rent because they get busy enough. Okay? Because we start marketing. Now, I want to talk about some of the tactics that we use, but it starts from leadership. It started with Nate, and then they come in with all of this in the interview and all that. They understand what we're trying to accomplish here, so they're more willing to buy in. But Nate has to show them how it's done. Nate, can you talk about some of the things you do when you're marketing?
Absolutely, you got a model. All right, you can't, like I said, I'm a person of conviction. Like anybody that's heard me talk before, this is your first time, you're gonna hear passion come out of me. Why? Because I don't live it. I'm a testimony to this because I saw it first. I was his client for 4 years. I saw him do 100 cuts in a week. I used to have to fight to get in his schedule. So guess what I did when I finally got in the game? Went right at it, just like I saw him do it. Now, I know he says this is a side hustle, right? But guess what? He let the main thing be the main thing long enough until it afforded him the availability to pivot. What we tend to do in this industry is that we want to go to the next shiny thing. No, keep the main thing long enough. And trust me, the right doors will open along the way. So some of the tactics that we use was very simple. We get away from, this is a people business. This is a customer service-based business. Everybody thinks we're in this to cut hair. Anybody can cut hair. Your clients can go to anybody to get their hair cut. But guess what? They come to you. Why? There's something about you. The experience that you provide, the way you got them as a client. So the same thing goes back to marketing. Let's get back to the grassroots of things, right? We go out here and we hand out on flyers to apartment complexes. You guys have apartments here, yes? You guys got communities? Why don't you make a flyer? Welcome yourself to the neighborhood. Maybe everybody that comes to your shop for the first time gets a free haircut their first time. Let's do the numbers on it. What's the average haircut here? About 40, 50 bucks? What's your name, honey? Angelina. If you gave me 40 and I gave you 2,000, would you take that? Don't even think about it. All day, every day, twice on Sunday. Right? That's basically what a free haircut is. You give one free $40 service, if that client books you every 2 weeks, you just gain a $2,000 client. Now, you more competitive than that free haircut? Yes or yes? All day. So that's what we did. We hit apartment complex. We met with the manager. Hey,
But hold on, why do we do apartment complexes?
because people are moving there every day.
People are moving there every day, and people who are moving need new barbers. People are loyal, they won't cheat on their barbers.
That's how I told you?
But if they're new to the area, they might. So it's a high intentional free haircut. Don't just give it out to everybody. You have to be intentional and know that that's the right demographic. Apartments are great for that. You could even put it in the welcome packets. Have you ever moved into an apartment, got a welcome packet, and there's little coupons in there? Man, I get with the managers, I want them in all the welcome packets.
That's exactly what we did. And because of that, we had like 3 apartment complexes around us and 2 communities. And just like that, word got out. How do you think we're able to get 500 plus Google reviews in 8 months? We went out there and did the work. Secondly, simple things that most people here may have too much pride for. We hold a sign that says barbershop on it. And we go by the road and we hold it. We're not sitting there like we're hating our life. We smile, we wave. And guess what? It started with me first. Because again, how can I ask my barber to do something that they haven't even seen me do yet? So I go out there. I came to work early. I held the sign before I'm already booked. I'm established. But my guys ain't yet. Right? Shame on you for owner, and your guys are not eating. So these are just small tactics that we use. And because my guys saw me do it, they bought into it. And guess what? Walk-in comes in, how do you hear about us? Now I saw a guy with a white beard holding a sign outside.
The foundation though, you did your market research.
Yeah.
You knew how many cars were driving by. Look, it's not the plaza we typically do, but it's on a busy road. So we know the sign will work. We tested the sign for like a year. I kid you not, we were getting anywhere from 40 to 50 new walk-ins a week. It doesn't start like that. First week, 5. Second week, 10. But by the time they pass that sign guy 3 times going to work, coming back home, all of a sudden they remember. Then it started compounding, 30, 40, 50 walk-ins a week from a sign. But you gotta be on a good road. So make sure your location's on a good road that has some traffic.
Like you said,
That's not a make or break, by the way, Polo.
holding a sign is planting the seed. First day they see, seed planted. Second day they see you out there, a little water on it. Third time they see you, like, damn, they out there every day, I might as well go see them. Right? That's how this thing works out. So again, do something now that will pay you 10 times later. All right? One of the things I want to put you guys on the game is Facebook groups. Everybody has a Facebook nowadays. Moms, neighborhoods, sport teams. Have you guys did your research in the Facebook groups that are around your barbershop area? Are you a part of it? Why not market them? Intentionally. right? And what I think I do is I don't even put our website on our promotion. I make them DM us. Why? I want to take a cold lead, make it warm or hot. How do you do that? You control the conversation. So now when you make this post about your barbershop or you offering services, hey, you want to get in with me? DM me the book. You'd be surprised how many do that.
To back off of that too, Nate, if you have customers calling you, that is a lead. Don't go, yeah, you can go to www.commissariethebarber.com and just book me there. No. Yeah, what time you want to come in? I got 5 o'clock open and 6 o'clock. I got you right now. What's your phone number? Okay, cool. See you then. Close them. That's a lead. 9 out of 10 barbers, when they first come into our shops, that's what they want to do. Send them their booking link. Close them. You know how hard it is to get these cold leads? Work like,
and you just never know who might take notice, guys. One of the Facebook posts that I posted in, the school car liaison. Fancy your word for the person that runs the school line for the school. Sees my post, writes me directly, and tells me, hey, listen, I'm the car line liaison. Would you mind bringing us some flowers? Some flyers so I can pass them out? I printed out 100. Went right over there and gave it to her. 3 days later, hey, I already had those up. Can you bring us some more? Absolutely. We didn't know that school dance was coming up in 2 weeks. So she was handing out all the flyers to all the kids so they could get fresh. The school is 5 minutes away from my location. It's safe to say we have a healthy clientele base coming from that school now, just because of that person seeing the Facebook post.
Let's talk about ads, okay? Because a lot of people run ads, but they don't run them. Because you don't understand how it works. There is an algorithm involved, okay? Ads don't work like keywords and stuff like that no more. It's all AI now. The problem is that if the site you're sending to them can't track when somebody books an appointment and send it back to Meta or to Google, then your ads are not getting better. What happens is you don't know how it's performing. We do. We get $2 bookings, $3 bookings, $4 bookings. Our range of healthy numbers, $4 to $5 a booking. So you're telling me for $5 I can get a new client and do that over and over and over again, right? If you don't have them set up correctly, it's not going to work the way you see it on social media, okay? So definitely be careful on that. Make sure you look up conversion tracking and you're able to set that up. Now, this was a big deal to us. Lead from example. A lot of booth rent shop owners, you'll hear them say things like, it's not my job to get you clients, it's your job. You're just here to you just pay booth rent and it's your business. We don't believe in that. We want to lead by example. So we spend a lot of money on ads, thousands of dollars a month on ads, because we want our barbers to see that it works, okay? So if you look in any 2 to 3 mile radius in Tampa Bay, you're gonna see the headlines. If you go to Google Maps and you look up barbershop, you're gonna see one of our shops. And then on the top of it, you're gonna see ads as well. Headlines barbershop. But what happens if your 105 barbers also run their own ads to their own booking link? There's no way you type in barbershop in Tampa and don't see us. It's impossible. So what ended up happening is Nate would run his ads, show them the numbers, the results, be completely transparent. And then we got to teach our barbers how to run those ads and do it the right way. Next you know, they're creating ads like this with the headlines, brand behind it. And now, if somebody even have you ever had a conversation with somebody in the person, man, I really need to find a barbershop. Next thing you know, you go on Facebook or Instagram and you're getting ads for barbershops. That's what happens, but you're always gonna see a headline so you come to Tampa. So do you see how that starts to snowball? A lot of shop owners don't want their barbers doing their own marketing because they're scared they're gonna take clients. You wouldn't be scared if you could retain them. The problem is barbers gotta leave you in order to make more money, right? So you wanna talk about Jesse and him a little bit?
And again, we're harping this whole lead by example, but it's also for yourself. You don't have to be an owner about leading by example. Like, you gotta lead yourself in this thing. You gotta believe in yourself and be willing to invest in yourself. You gotta ask yourself, am I operating a business or am I entertaining a hobby? And I think there's a fine distinction between the two. Because if you're running a business, you'll understand that most businesses pay for advertising. Understand? ads is one of those ways that us as barbers in our industry can really take advantage of being a small business, but look real big on social media, right? And so what that happens is when you start doing things by example, I used to lead that shop that the guy that you just saw in that ad, I left. I started a new shop, right? The ads are working well. All I did was take 2 of our top performing ads and I sent it to the group chat for that other barbershop I was at. I said, hey guys, you don't have to do this, but let me show you what's working for us. I got 20,000 views on a Spanish and English video promoting our barbershop in 4 days. I think you guys might want to do this for your shop. Within 24 hours, one of the barbers from that shop sent me that ad. Mind you, this guy is an extreme introvert. But this man has never doubted us. He moved from Pennsylvania to come work for us. His first year, he made 125. His second year, he made 145. All right, and he owns a $500,000 duplex. So do you think he's second guessing anything we tell him to do at this point? No. Matter of fact, we actually have one of our barbers that we actually put up in the house. Trevor, set up real quick. Set up, man. All right, this is Trevor. I give it to Trevor. That's Trevor. Trevor and I never met before. Interviewed with us. We hired him from Minnesota. First year, what'd you do? 130, being real quiet. You see how soft he said that? All right, so this is 130 first year.
You need to tell the story a little bit more. Because, Trevor, you moved into the house that we provided, right? So we gave housing, we gave some free boots, we had to do it for long because you was growing really quick. You moved from where? He moved from Minnesota. That's far from Florida. and he's in a new location. Right, you were one of our first barbers at Tampa Palms. 130, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. That's major, man. Get off the driver, man.
And that was totally our plan. And here's the point. When you lead by example, another one. He saw the lineup for this show, booked his own flight, got his own ticket. I didn't even know he was coming. You know what I saw? When I walked into it. And I looked at him like, oh my God, Tampa? We're in Canada together? Okay, so this one of those things, again, introverted, but making big boy numbers, right? And so when you lead from the front, things like this happen. Now they start organically just doing it, man. So start with yourself first. Get uncomfortable with yourself first. And then that's
not 130 Canadian. That's USD. All right. All right, but I wanted to show visually what it looks like when you invest in yourself. How many of you guys invest in yourselves? What does that look like? What does investing in yourself look like?
I want to hear some answers real quick. What does investing in yourself look like?
Being here today.
Healthy lifestyle. What else? You right here. Come in here, absolutely. What else? Who else was ahead? Don't be scared. Excuse me? Investing continually into yourself. You said education. Someone else said mentorship. Right? Being disciplined. What's that look like? Coming to work on time. Right?
Showing up to places like this.
Showing up to places like this, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, all of that is valid. Investing in stocks is investing in yourself, right? It's investing in your retirement stuff. I don't know a better ROI right now for a barber than spending money on some ads. Okay? And we're gonna look at this, right? Let's say you spend 10 bucks a day. And we said, let's say average ticket's $45 a cut. Okay? 10 bucks a day, I told you guys, I get $5 bookings. That's 2 cuts a day off of your ads. This is what it looks like in 1 year. But spend $3,600, which you can write off, by the way. Even in Canada, you can write it off, okay? You have a return of $15,000 in 1 year. But this compounds. What does it look like in 3 years? So you're telling me I can spend $11,000 in 3 years. Do it on a credit card, it gives you points so you get free travel, right? But make sure your discipline paid off. And you tell me I can get $130,000 back in 3 years? But most people don't run ads. Most barbers don't. And if they do it, they do it wrong. Why don't y'all go invest in yourself and go take a class to learn how to do this? And do it with your co-workers. Put money in a pie if you have to run the ads. You feel me? Does that make sense? To me, it's a no-brainer. Okay? Now, off the back of that, once you do start getting traffic through the doors, you have to get something out of them called a review. And that's going to be one of the best ways to get paid forever. Okay? You want to talk about the reviews?
Absolutely. Make this fun. Work is supposed to be fun. You know one thing I love about the barber industry? We get to create the culture. right? And so one thing for me, I came from corporate America. I worked there until I was 30. I didn't get into barber until I was 30 years old. All right, I know I look like about 40, 50, but I'm only 38 times out, right? And so I brought that same mentality to the barbershop. All right, so what we do is I bought an $8 whiteboard from Amazon. I put a bow of the reviews that we wanted to get to. I put where we were currently at. So if I wanted to get to 100, we was at 0 when I started with 100. And I put a QR code right in the middle that would direct to our Google page, and I put it right at the door as people were walking out. And I told my barbers this, after every haircut, all right, whether it's a free one, especially if it's a free one. See, it doesn't have to be free. It looks free monetarily, right? But you know how you get paid? What if that free haircut left you a 10 out of 10 review on Google, and 10 people read that review, and 5 of them became your bi-weekly clients? Was that haircut really free? See, again, we think so short term, but let's not think of it more long term. So I put this review right by the door. And I asked my barbers, hey, listen, after every client, ask them to leave us a Google review. Tell them to mention your name, right? That way people can know, and I can know who's really participating in this, because the people that participate should be rewarded accordingly, right? But guess what I did first? I had like the first 15 reviews myself. Again, leading from the front. And we gamified it, all right? 1 month was, all right, whoever gets the most reviews as an individual barber, you guys get to pick a trip off my station. I have a few of them, so I let them just pick one. The next one was, whoever gets the most reviews this month, gets $50 off their booth for 1 week and they get the pick. Because at the end of the day, especially as an owner, your job is to make money, yes? You're only gonna make money if your barbers are making money. You want to have a high retainment? Like we have one barber shop, we have 14 barbers. Out of the 14, 10 of them have been at that shop for over 10 years. How do you keep people like that? We keep traffic flowing and we utilize that doing the thing we reduce.
Yeah, man. Here's another one that I think that shop owners and barbers have to have a little bit of a paradigm shift. When I first started my shops, I never had anyone do a haircut in front of me. We would do the interview process, I'd take them out to lunch, and I wanted to know about them, what their goals were, whatever. I didn't care if they wanted to be a DJ, they wanted to be their son's football coach on the weekends, or they wanted to be the next 360 Jeezy, right? I didn't care what that was, but I wanted to make sure that whatever it is that they wanted to accomplish, they could do it with us, right? And so, one of the things that we started running into is some of these guys couldn't cut hair. They just graduated barber school, they just started, this is the first shop they ever worked at, and so some of the barbers that were in the shop, they're like, bro, you might have to get rid of this guy, he can't cut. And how many shop owners won't hire someone because they don't believe they can cut? Well, we just tried it out, and we would keep these guys. When I realized this, man, they're retaining barbers, they're retaining clients. Man, some of these guys are getting the worst haircut I've ever seen in my life, but they came back 2 weeks from now. You got barbers saying, sir, I'm so sorry about your cut, here's a coupon. Next thing you know, the guy comes back and goes to the same barber. Because they're both Giants fans or something like that. You never know what a customer, what they prioritize. You guys got great clips or sports clips, cost cutters. They build clientele, don't they? We want to make fun of them, but they got 5,000 locations. Great clips and sports clips got 5,000 locations. There is a client for everyone. And if I want to get to 105 barbers in one city, everybody can't cut like Alexi Michael, bro. Love his haircuts, fire, but everybody ain't gonna be that, right? So as a shop owner, you get to be what you want to be, but you also have to create a platform if you want to keep barbers and you want to continue to grow, that other barbers can win it as well. So what we decided to do was to recruit the person, not the cut. And you know what ends up happening anyways? They get good at cutting hair. It might take them a year, it might take them 2, some of them it takes them 3 months. But they get good at cutting hair anyways. You know what never happens? They become good people if they're already bad. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So let's qualify for culture, not just scale. So this is kind of how we do our whole interview process. You want to talk about it, hiring?
Yes, like he said, I'm blessed that I own a shop, but I also hire for all 12 locations. And one thing that really simplified it for us to identify the type of barber that we were looking for was we created a process. And we started with an application. On this application, it's already going to have some pre-qualifying questions
depending on how they answer, will determine whether they get a phone call from us. And I like the questions to be a little bit long. It's like a 10-question survey, because if you're not willing to do it, then it filters those people out. Yeah, and let's get past the days where people can call us over the phone and then act like they can get an interview over the phone with us straight and think they're gonna get a job. Or come into the barber shop with some flip-flops on, some basketball shorts on, so I'm looking for a chair, you got one available. Like, no. We got an application, go online, fill it out, we'll get back to you if you are a qualified candidate, all right? We're not better than nobody, but we know what we're better than. And what I mean by that is there's certain standards that we just won't break. So one of our questions is, give me one of your social medias. If I go to your social media, and the first thing I see is you out there, smoking every other thing, like listen, to each their own, I'm not here to judge you, but that's not on brand with us. You think Nike just signed anybody? Nike cuts contracts as soon as someone says something controversial, yes or yes. Right, so for us, there's certain standards that we're always gonna uphold. Application qualifies it. Now we're gonna interview, because anybody can write what they wanna write on the application, right? But can we have a conversation with one another? And with this conversation, I'm asking you, where do you see where you at right now? Where are you looking to go? And where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Because I wanna know, are you treating this like a hobby? Or are you looking to build this thing? All right? And not everybody has to build like I build. Again, I'm not expecting everybody to be me, but what I am expecting and what I'm looking for is someone that's gonna be on brand. All right, so we do the application, we do the interview, and then last but not least, we ask those questions. Where now, where are you going, what will you do? Because I have said no to barbers that most everybody in here would have said yes to. Why? Because they wanna come in charging their own prices. No, we got a brand. There's a certain way we do things. We don't mind you scaling, but there's a certain way we're gonna scale you along the way. And if you're willing to abide by that, we're willing to take you on. Right? So one thing I want to emphasize to everybody is have a process, right? Have a process of how you take on barbers. It'll save you ahead down the road. Yeah, and you know, we let barbers charge what they want once they're established. But what I don't want to do as a boot French shop owner is hire you. You got zero clientele. You want to charge $150 your first week, and then you're wondering why you can't build clientele. I held onto that chair for you for 3 months, and you leave because you weren't successful. It wasn't because you weren't good, it's just because you had the wrong business model. You could be the best race car driver in the world, but if you're driving a Pizzo, you're not beating the bad driver in the Ferrari. It's not going to happen. So we just want people who are going to be good team players as well. Now, if you want to become a shop owner, it starts being successful behind the chair first. Nate mentioned something earlier about my process in this industry. So, what a lot of people don't realize, when I started my YouTube channel, I had 2 barbershops already. I was 23 years old, and I owned 2 barbershops already. By the time I was 25, I had 7 locations. My YouTube channel grew to 100,000 and started growing, but my YouTube channel, I felt was a necessity to showcase what headlines the barbershop brand and what I was doing for my barbers and for the team. So I was giving nuggets to hopefully attract more barbers, not realizing the YouTube channel was gonna blow up. And then 245 came and, you know, the rest of the stuff. But a lot of people don't realize that I was successful behind the chair doing 100 haircuts a week. I got to $100 a haircut 10 years ago, right? I did all these things before I started building the social media. But it was a necessity, it was the next step. So I started stacking things. And that's why Headline started becoming kind of the side business. But the point of that is to say, you gotta become the person that people wanna follow. Because if you're not, whatever you're building is a facade, it's going to crumble. You're never gonna be able to keep the first 10 barbers you hire so you can get to the next 20, and the next 40, and the next 60. And if you don't wanna do that, that's okay, but you're never gonna get to the 10 barbers or the 8 barbers at your shop and then be able to travel and not have to worry about your shop burning down, right? Or you're never gonna be able to become the barber who becomes a brand ambassador, who's educating, goes out of town, and then all of a sudden the barbershop ain't the same what it used to be, right? So you gotta become that person. I think Nate is a great example of that. Look at the before and the after. And I kind of edified him before the class started, how far he's come, but you can speak on it more than I can. It's you.
What I want to emphasize is it's not where you are right now. How many people are in a position right now, they just want more? Whether it's more in their career, whether it's more life, whether it's just more, right? In order for that to happen, you gotta have a real conversation with yourself. See, I was 4 years into this industry, And I was a prime example that you can be around the right people and still not do the right thing. See, I've been around him. I was in his chair watching him go from 2 to 6 barbershops before I finally got involved with the game. Then 4 years into my career, I'm looking around, I'm like, all right, he got 6 barbershops. I got nothing. He owns his house, I rent. He has assets, I don't. See, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm in the damn drawer, right? And I knew enough that I had to come to him as a friend. I remember I pulled up to your house.
Yeah, it gets my
I came to his house and said, listen, bro, I don't know what the hell I'm not doing, but I'm not doing something. And we sat down for about a whole hour and a half, and all that led me to do was make me understand that the only person that was stopping me was me. I had to get out my own way. I had to give myself permission to win. See, some of us are crucifying ourselves for our upbringing, what we didn't have, what we don't have right now. That's all bullshit. Throw that out the window. Those are all excuses. Like, the moment that you start giving yourself permission to win is the moment things start changing. I looked myself in the mirror, I was at a 515 credit score. I went to go buy a house, can you imagine that? And I had I wasn't bankable. What that means was I couldn't show the bank the money that I was truly making because I wasn't claiming it all. Because that's what they told me to do. Hide from the IRS. Well, fast forward, just in 2 years, I went from a 515 to an 816 credit score. I went from a 2-bedroom apartment to a 5-bedroom home. I went from being single and lost to being married and happy. And just right now, let's just say in just 8 months, I opened my first barbershop and I'm about to sign the 70s for my second one. Again, that's not the door on me. But when you have the right leadership and you're around the right people, this is the right people. Don't come here and just talk to people that you know. I dare you to go meet somebody. I dare you to go introduce yourself to one of these brands that you hope to work for one day. I dare you, because you just never know who you might meet that may open that next door for you. I just kept being in the room. 4.5 years, 5 years of just being in the room. To now, here I am talking to you, sharing my experience. All right? So if I can encourage you of anything, if you don't take anything from my talk today, I dare you give yourself permission to win.
We're running out of time, I think. But I want to piggyback off of that. You guys know about the brand deal I did between 45 and Babyliss, right? So I can't say too much, but I have royalties on every clipper that's sold. It's a deal that I don't know any other barbers have ever done. And it wasn't because I'm an influencer or anything like that. It's because I had proprietary, I had patents that I owned. And I networked. You know how I met Dennis? I met him at a show. And then I invited him to EWP. Anybody heard of the EWP? Okay. I invited him over. I said, bro, I'll pay for your flights. Come over, check out what we have going on. He's like, no, I got it. I'll pay for it. He came. That's the first time I meet Dennis. We're chopping it up that weekend, talking about different technologies, different things, different products we're coming up with. That's how that blossomed. It didn't come because I had a whole bunch of subscribers and stuff. It came because Dennis was a barber who blew it up, became the guy who created the single best-selling trimmer out there, the skeleton. I don't know if you guys know that. Did billions of dollars in sales. A barber created that, and I met him here at one of these shows. That's how that deal happened. So it's really no joke. People like to laugh and make fun of shit. I got made fun of when I first recorded my first YouTube video. Oh, why you wasting your time doing that, bro? I got made fun of there. I got made fun of every single aspect when I was trying to grow and get better, right? And I still get made fun about it. But people don't realize the truth, the real that's happening behind closed doors. A lot of magic happens at these shows. But if you're not putting yourself in that situation where you're shaking hands, you're introducing yourself, you're talking to these brands that you really rock with. Because I really loved Babyliss. I really loved the way that they were pouring into the industry. They were doing big things at the shows. They were creating new things. And so I wanted to meet the people that are responsible for that. You guys should be doing the same thing, especially if you know what you're trying to accomplish. If you don't, you should still do it because you never know. I did not know 10 years ago, I did not know I'd own my own clippers. I didn't know I'd have 245. I thought I was just gonna open barbershops and my YouTube channel was gonna be like tutorials for my barbers to learn from. You never know, guys. So, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes, okay. And it takes us back to has anybody heard of the bamboo tree, the Chinese bamboo tree? All right, if you haven't, real quick. 5 years, it doesn't do no growth whatsoever. None, 0. You plant it, you water it, can you imagine planting and water, and water, and it doesn't grow at all? But in just short time, go back for me real quick. My bad. In just 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet. That's gonna be a lot of your careers. That's my story right there. Over 5 years of just building the roots, building the right relationships, becoming coachable, open more doors than I could have ever imagined. Doors are still open that I haven't even knocked on yet. Right? Because when you do the right things and you stand on the right standards, the right things will happen soon. So I don't know how it's gonna look for you. Right? Some of you guys are going to say, I talked to you, you're 21 years old. God bless you. I wish I would have gotten this when I was 21. Right? Some of you guys are a little bit older. You're still trying to figure out what's going on for you. Just keep watering the seed. You never know when that day's going to happen.
Now, some of y'all might not have aspirations to do any of the stuff we're talking about, but they're deciding. How many of you guys know about 6FB?
Also background.
Okay, we have a coach in there right now that is 32 years old, has $1.2 million in his bank account, and you don't know who he is. Okay, and he did it from cutting hair. He's not this guy on social media, he's not all that, but he's killing it. And nobody talks about that because it's not on social media. Then we have guys who, I had a barber who wanted to be a DJ, and he did it through barbering. He worked at our first location. Now he's the biggest DJ in all of Tampa. He gets paid probably close to $1 million a year just from doing shows. It's insane. Anything is pop. And don't you think, you know what happened for him that really made it pop? He was cutting club owners. He started cutting artists. He started cutting at people and getting around the networks that he wanted to be around. So there's success in this industry no matter what. And one of the things that a lot of people overlook too is, look, the moment that AI replaces barbering, everything else has been replaced already. We are in an industry that we're still in front of people, that's not going anywhere. And I did a recent vlog where my sister, she works in a doctor's office, and the doctor's telling his kids not to go to medical school, to go get their barber's license. That his barber makes more money than some doctors.
Taking it all in.
People are starting to catch on, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, I want to replace that. This was really cool, but okay, so anyways, I think that's it, man. I think the recap is, number one, you gotta be the example first. I don't care if you're a barber behind the chair, I don't care if you're a student just learning, or if you're a barber that's doing great, you could probably be doing better. Sometimes we gotta dig a little bit deeper to get over that ceiling that we feel like we might have hit. And sometimes we don't even know we've hit that ceiling till like 4 years later, we've been stagnant. It's been great for 4 years, but I ain't done nothing in 4 years. I haven't grown in 4 years, right? You gotta do the research first. You gotta put together a plan. With AI, man, talk to ChatGPT if you got to, bro. Throw your ideas out there, get some feedback. Talk to people here. There's people here that are killing it. I don't know if Ricardo was here, but killing it. Trevor, killing it. There's guys here that are doing amazing things. Talk to them. And by the way, we'll be here pretty much all day. We'll probably be by the Bagelers booth. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, we want to chop it up with y'all. We want to hang out. We want to give you guys, you know, what answers you need, we want to give it to you.
I just want to leave you guys with this real quick. When he's saying about know where you're going,
The last show I saw
failing the plan is planning to fail.
him in Connecticut.
Let's say that again. Failing the plan is planning to fail. If you have aspirations as a money goal, right? Because oftentimes we chase our goals this way. Oh, I'm going to be $100,000 barber. Okay, that looks cool. That sounds good. Right? But how many cuts, according to your current price point and the schedule that you're currently working right now, how many cuts per day you need to cut in order to reach that goal? It just went over half of y'all heads right now. That's how specific I need when it needs to know exactly where you're going. If it's a money goal, break it down. We leave it too wide. Too often times we're putting our goals in our GPS and we're just fitting the address in. But the damn GPS won't work unless you hit what? Go. And when you hit go, it's going to give you 3 options, right? It's going to give you the fastest, the one in the middle, and the slowest, right? You can determine that when it comes to your goals, right? So don't just put it in your GPS. Hit go, man. Put the action behind it, because you know you can have all the intelligence in the world, you can have all this information that we just gave you. But none of it is for nothing.
Alright, so make sure you guys are chasing. You're chasing attention, man. I appreciate you guys. That's all I got.
Hold on. Now, sometimes there's another person in that car with you, right? So I've been with my wife 20 years. And when I tell you she's been through some trials and tribulations, from when I started as a barber student to now, she's seen a lot. You got to bring your partner in as well. You got to date. You know, there's going to be some compromise or something like that. Maybe, no man, I can't see you doing 7 days a week behind a chair. That's crazy. All right, we'll do 6. Okay, cool. This is the commitment that we're going to put into because this is where we're trying to go to. We were just talking about that last night with your wife, right?
Yeah, I literally just told my wife. She know how much time I committed when it came to opening the first shop. I went from working 3.5 days because I earned it to going back to 6 days a week because I had to launch the shop the right way. So I looked at her and I said, we have an opportunity to open a second shop. And here's the thing, how do you deliver it and the conviction that you deliver it with, it'll determine how your partner receives it. See, I just told my wife that I might be doing this. I told her, if you rock out with me, I promise you this time next year, life looks a whole lot more different. But it's gonna take this. It's gonna take me for at least 6 days a week for like another 3 to 4 months when we launch this thing. Are you okay with that? Absolutely she was. She asked me for one thing, take on vacation before I go. We're looking right now, right? So keep them included, man, because I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than you being in a partnership with someone and you don't tell them, and then you get mad at them when they don't want to support you. They don't want to support you because they don't know where you're going. Tell them where you're going, then you're willing to follow.
And lastly, guys, focus on the right people. Your vision and your goals is going to be invisible to most. You can't let them distract you from where you're trying to go. I told you guys, man, at every level, people didn't see my vision. Thank God I had my wife behind me, pushing me. Man, I went to a point where I was going to join the military. Because I was starting to believe some of the dollars. You can't make no real money as a barber. Barbering's not a real career. We can do that forever? That's crazy. So focus on the right people. You'll know who they are, man. I'm sure you already have them in your life, but sometimes we like to listen to, outside noise. Don't do that. So that's it. That's all we got for y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Toronto Barber Expert. Thank you. Shout out to the engineers too, man. Shout out to the engineers team. That's what we've been working with. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys.
Alright, let's make another spin around and we'll get some meat as well.
Let's get it, yeah.
How long you been cutting for?
Also, you just like started for real.
Yeah.
No, I have in the past, but I honestly find like now with how I'm blending and using a lot of those guys. Hey, what's up, brother? Good, guys. You got a
That kit that the guy was showing me, the little box of the machine, bro, that's a beautiful price.
Impressive, man. Right?
$400 for everything you need.
For that whole kit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I recommend that.
got Michael Jordan. Wow. And then you just got to put Vermella baby brand 20 and over brand. Represent my seat, guys. It's a family reunion.
You. He's wondering like, why was the stage up like this? I would have changed this. I would have changed this. I would have liked the people there. That would have been fun. You see them?
Thought this dude was cracking backs.